Yo. Oh, can you see me? Um, okay, I just be real, yeah. I've been with these fake ass bitches. I just feel like this radiator isn't very comfortable at all. But that's not what I'm saying. Um, I feel like the joke is on them, you know. They hounded me out of here, you know, because I'm transgender, but like, you know, they're the ones who are going to be living in this shithole, drinking, you know, alcoholics, stealing to support themselves, you know, hard drugs as well. You know, there's the whole block, not this block, but the next block over, the whole block is just arseholes, you know, all on drugs. And, joke's on them, really, because that's going to be their life, you know, being shitheads. And I've outgrown this place. I mean, I, like I said in my last video, I was a vibrational match to this place when I moved in. You know, I don't quite understand how I could be so unwoke, you know what I mean? But I was, and I was deeply in depression, and I was very ill. Very ill with psychosis as well. I was on like a huge amount of antipsychotics. And yeah, I was a match to this place, but now I'm moving on, and they're all going to be thinking, haha, the bitch has moved out, but the joke really is on them, these miserable fucking arseholes, you know. The joke is going to be on them. Um, you know, I'll be living a better life. I'll be much happier. I'm much happier already, and I think that's what causes the problems. Um, I'm a much happier person than they are, you know. I'm more woke, more intelligent, more of everything, really, you know. And that's why they don't like me. So I can imagine like celebrations when I move out, you know. And there's another thing. It's like when you get too many shitheads in one area, in one very close area, it really does turn into a very bad place to live, you know, because they all feel supported from each other in being arseholes, you know, and it just gets worse and worse and worse. I mean, they were going to take some iron bars and beat up 7 Polish boys, you know. Um, and if there were more people like me living here, you know, people who don't believe in indiscriminate violence, you know, senseless violence, they wouldn't be doing it, but it's because there are so many shitheads all in one small space, you know, all living together. That all this bad shit is happening. like I say, the joke is on them. The joke really is on them. You know, they can hold their nasty little party when I leave, and what they don't understand is the biggest party that's going to be thrown is going to be thrown by me when I move into my new place. You know, and I'm living around normal people. You know, and I know most people are deeply unhappy, and especially when they get to my age, you know, they're just plodding around like zombies, you know, without a clue in the world as to what is real, you know, just being bigots and arseholes, you know, but that's much better than living with people who are, I don't like to use the word evil because it's very sort of the Bible, you know what I mean? People who are absolute slime, you know what I mean? I'll be away from the people who are absolute slime. And I'm just going to be so happy, you know? Yeah. They play their little games, you know, trying to put me down. Oh. Like I say, I have the neighbours underneath me arguing about me, you know. Really fucking pisses me off, and I slam around in here and I tell them to fuck off. You know, this is the shit I have to put up with. And this is the good block, you know. The block over there is just hard drugs, fucking central, you know what I mean? And violence, you know. What else? What else? What else? I think that's about it, really. I think that's all I really wanted to say. You know, they're going to be so fucking happy that they drove me out of here, and they're just being complete twats around it, you know what I mean? Complete fucking morons. You know, I mean, the reality is that it is such a fucking shitty place that I had to move out. That is the actual real reality of the situation. And like, they're gonna be like celebrating, and that is nothing to fucking celebrate about, you know what I mean? Yeah. It's been a long time that I've not actually known whether I wanted to move out of here. It's been a long time. Thinking, should I stay? Should I go? I mean, part of it was like, I know how people say that moving is one of the most stressful things you can do. You know, but in my case, it won't be because I will be moving somewhere much, much, much better. You know. Fact is, I've escaped all of these wankers. You know, they seek to make my life fucking miserable. You know, that's their plan. That's how nasty they are. They seek to make my life miserable because, like, they just don't like nice people. Fact. They don't like nice people. They've got their subculture of shittiness, and they don't like nice people. You know, and that's how it is. Yeah, and it took me the longest time to decide because, like, they were calling me a nonce, yeah, because I'm transgender. Somehow being transgender equates to being a nonce, you know. I've heard it from Richard, I've heard it from Patrick. I had the pharmacist and the chemist say that to me. I had a stranger say that to me, you know. Somehow with these fucking arseholes, you know, being transgender equates to being a nonce, you know what I mean? Um, yeah. Um, and they used to threaten me every time they saw me, you know, because you know these ruffian types, you know, that they they use that word because it's gives them freedom to do whatever they want to someone, you know, attack them, kill them, you know, do whatever, and that's what they love. They love to hurt, they love to harm, you know, and that's why they love the nonce word so much. You know, these ruffian type people, because it allows them to be the nasty pieces of shit that they are, you know. It's perfect for them to call someone that, and you know, I can't say anything back because I'll get attacked, you know, and because I haven't said anything back, you know, I get bullied because of that, you know. They really are shitheads. Um, you know. And like I say, they used to threaten me every time they saw me, but I had the police have a word with them. Um, I have a friend, a very, very toxic friend who went up to see them, had a word with them, you know, told them to not, you know, just no threats or nothing like that. Just have a word with them and tell them to knock it off. You know what I mean? And he said if any of them does anything to me, you know, he'll just punch me in the face. You know. But though, yeah. Um, it'll be a big party, but it won't be their party. It'll be my party. You know. They'll be celebrating how nasty they are, you know, and I'll be celebrating how good I am and how by being a good person and raising my vibration and becoming more aware and being more of a dope ass bay, yeah, that I managed to get to a vibration where I realise what a shitty place this is and that I deserved better and that I move out and I move into a better life. So I'll repeat that. They'll be celebrating that. I can't remember what I said now. They'll be celebrating in the nastiness, in pure nastiness that they managed. You know, they're probably going to be thinking that they've done me harm. You know, by making me move out, and that they've managed to hurt this person who they've dehumanized to the point where, like, to them, I'm not even a person, you know. They're celebrating that they've managed to hurt me, you know what I mean? Hurt me and torture me and treat me like shit so badly that I moved out. And I'll be celebrating because I'm moving, I don't know if it's right to say I'm moving up. I'm moving into more of a happier life, um, more of a peaceful life, more relaxed life, not taking shit off my neighbours, you know, may even make some friends with the new neighbours that I have, you know. I'll be going to Cambridge. I'll be studying. I quite fancy studying psychology. I don't know. But yeah, it took me a long time to figure out that I want to move out because, like I say, they threatened me every time they saw me, and then they stopped because of a few people I had a word with them. But I'm still getting shit off the people who live below me. Like I say, they argue about me, and I have to slam around and tell them to fuck off because I'm not gonna fucking put up with that, you know. They've poisoned everyone here against me, you know. The woman downstairs won't talk to me. She believes that I am the N word, you know. She's a fucking stupid bitch, to be honest. She's a real stupid bitch. Yeah. I mean, is it me? Or do they have zero credibility for... Because one of them's a rapist, rapes an underage girl. They, like I say, the thing with they came this close to getting some iron bars and beating up 7 Polish lads. You know, she must be a bit of a shit to take the word of such fucking slime over someone as dope as me, you know what I mean? She must be a complete dick, you know. But yeah, it took me such a long time to realise that I want to move out of here. I think the catalyst, I think what changed was that I got in touch with my anger. You know, yeah, the neighbours, they can bang all they want, but you can fuck off. What am I saying? The catalyst, the change that happened was that I got in touch with my anger. I'm not an angry person. I'm not angry all the time, but I will. It is healthy to let it out, and every now and then I will allow myself to get angry and let it out. You know, and once it's out, my mind is clear, and I can see all the shit around me, you know what I mean? I really can see it, and that's what's made me want to move out. The anger changed everything, you know. I see this place. It's hell. It really is. It's hell. And I want to move out. So like that is really positive because my awareness has changed, and now I know what's good for me, you know? I know what's good for me. I know that this place is absolute fucking poison, you know? It really is bad. And I remember thinking, I'm gonna not say it. You know, that is what changed everything, and it didn't only open my eyes to how fucking unwoke most people are, you know, but it opened my eyes to, what did it open my eyes to? I was saying it's a positive thing, weren't I? I mean, it's like the amount I've changed in the last 2 years, 9 months has been absolutely unreal, you know. Um, it was painful to start with because I don't know how I ever felt this with the amount of change that's been going on, but I did feel like I was into the spirituality and I wasn't getting anywhere, you know. And the spirituality could have actually been what kept me in depression because it's very pussy ass, you know. And if people are treating me like shit, I am going to be in depression, you know what I mean? Um, but yeah, I've got I've got the dopest situation going. I mean, I've got um, evidence of them like threatening me, both Richard and Patrick, on tape. Um, I've got a care coordinator who is planning to get my housing association and the police round a table and talk about getting me out of here, you know. Um, yeah. And that is going to be a very quick move because that'll be high priority because it's a hate crime, you know. It is a hate crime, and I'm a vulnerable person because I'm transgender, and they will move me out of here really, really quick. They'll put me, what it is, it's choice-based lettings. You choose where you live, but the more points you have, the quicker you get a place, you know. Yeah. So there you have it. Um, things couldn't be better, really. You know. It again. It is such a laugh that they feel like they've you know, they can have their little party that they managed to fuck me off for a few months. You know, piss me off. You know, treat me like a total and utter piece of shit, but the reality is I just left. You know what I mean? I just walked away and I fucking left them in their shit. You know what I mean? Um, that's what happened. So, you know, arseholes will be arseholes, you know. And it's much better to stay away from them, you know. Um, yeah, I was going to do a bit of gratitude, like, I'm grateful that I see how miserable most adults are, you know. Say people around my age, you know. It's a great blessing to see how miserable they are because that just makes me grateful for how happy I am. You know what I mean? Even though I'm like withdrawing, I'm in withdrawal. I need like the coffee to take the edge off, you know. Um, Even though I'm a little depressed because of that, I'm still like happier than all these moronic people my age. You know what I mean? Um, it just proves that age is just a number. You know, it's how dope of a person, it's how dope the person is as to how happy they're going to be, you know. Um, and most people just ain't fucking dope, you know. They just ain't. Um, yeah. So I see Ellie tomorrow, my care coordinator, and I'll just explain to her that I'm not confident enough at the moment because I'm withdraw I'm in withdrawal. Um, you know, to get round the table with Cross Keys and the police, you know, I'll tell her that I'll be confident in about a week or two, you know. I won't see her again for another couple of weeks, so that'll be perfect. A couple of weeks I'll be in my confident self, you know. Um, I'll be able to talk to people like I'm their equal, like I'm not like, I don't know how to put this. You know, I was totally on their level. All the team involved, like my psychiatrist, the nurse, Ellie, I was totally on their level. Um, and I need to be so that I can communicate with them so that we're all on the same page. I just want us all to be on the same page, you know what I mean? And I need my confidence back, and that's going to take a couple of weeks. But yeah, I see her tomorrow. I'll tell her that I just need it all to start happening next time we meet. You know, yeah, yep, and it's just an upward trajectory. My life, you know, my consciousness, my awareness is just an upward trajectory. Um, and these shits that they're just totally irrelevant. You know what I mean? They're just totally irrelevant. You know, they'll be gone. I mean, well, I'll be gone, but if you see what I mean, they'll be gone too. You know, they'll have no power over me. They won't be able to play their shitty games. They won't be able to, like, torture me. Really, I am having the last laugh. It is, you know, there's this old saying, well, he who laughs last laughs loudest, you know what I mean? And that's what I'm going to be doing, you know. Um, but I, I just want to concentrate on, I can't, you know, what I want to do is concentrate on how I'm going to feel when my depression is gone and when I'm feeling like happy all the time, because that was how I felt 3 weeks ago. I was literally happy all day, every day. My depression was gone, and I wasn't numb anymore. I had all my feelings back. You know, I would enjoy everything. I would enjoy being in the bath. I would enjoy just sitting on my settee, chilling out. I would enjoy doing my maths homework. I would enjoy shop mobility. I would enjoy going to Cambridge. I would enjoy going to Ferry Meadows. I'd be happy all the time. I'd be talking to several strangers a day, having good conversations with them, you know. Um, you know what I mean? Um, real, pretty meaningful conversations with people, you know, and I can't create that happiness so that I can explain exactly what it's like, you know, because I'm not feeling it right now. I just know that it was there and that it will be there again. I mean, imagine it. Imagine feeling good all day, every day, you know. That was my reality and that will be my reality again. And not only will that be my reality, but I will be living somewhere that boosts my happiness even more. You know what I mean? Um, you know, I had to get angry. I had to fuck with these people because I was being a doormat, and you just have to. They deserved it. Bottom line, you know, they deserved it, and I was a bit of a shit. Not a lot, just a little bit, you know, and they fucking really lost it, you know what I mean? Because I had the nerve just to be a little bit of a shit because they're transphobic and transgender people apparently don't have the right to get angry when they're being treated like a fucking arsehole, you know what I mean? Um, but yeah, I was a little bit of a shit. And I will be every now and then, you know, like I say, just to release the anger, release all the pent up anger for all the years. It's been 7 years I've been transgender, and the worst of it was when I was in prison. I got beaten by the guards loads of times. You know, I got locked up in solitary for 4 months. You know, that's done. Major is not the word. It's worse than major amount of psychological damage to me, you know. Um, it it made me a complete doormat for 7 years, taking people's shit. You know, being treated like that, it did, and like I've been explaining, it put me in depression for 7 years. A very very um, serious life threatening depression. I mean, I I. I I tried to commit suicide with rat poison. I mean, I don't really understand why I'm still alive, the amount of rat poison that I ate. It was anticoagulant. I should have bled out of my mouth, out my eyes, out my nose, out my ass. You know, I should have bled to death, literally. All my blood should have run out of my body through my mouth, nose, eyes, all the holes in my body, you know. That's what should have happened, but, you know, I was fine. Um, I played around with shoving tissue paper down my throat when I was in hospital, but I didn't know that the throat has like a mucus all the way down it. So when I pushed the tissue paper down, it just kind of slid back up again. And if it hadn't, I would have suffocated to death. And also, I drank 150 milligrams of nicotine, and the fatal dosage is in between 30 and 60. So again, I don't understand why I'm still alive. Well, I do, because, like, the fact is, I didn't deserve to die. I mean, look at me now, you know. Um, I've raised my vibration so much that, like, I can see, I can see so much pain everywhere, you know. Um, I can see so much pain everywhere because I'm not a part of it. Even though I've got depression and I'll have it for a week or two, I can still see the pain everywhere. You know, I have evolved that much, you know what I mean? And that's why I didn't die then, because I had such fast growth ahead of me just to rise. It's like that track by Selena Gomez. I think it's called Rise. You know, you can just rise in life, you know. Rise and become a better person, be a happier person, and all the shit I've been explaining, you know. She's actually written a track on one of her albums, totally about it, you know. And I was actually thinking today about artists. There was some Bruce Springsteen on, yeah. I was thinking these people, they up their vibrations so much that they end up. I can see why people, I wouldn't say become obsessed with artists, you know, their favorite artists, but I suppose it's like a religion, really. Listening to their music, thinking, oh, these people are so amazing, you know. They may have had like challenges in life like I've had. I've had some fucking major challenges, you know. I mean, I know Shania Twain had a very hard life. And they climb out of all the shit, they better themselves, they get a better life, they get happier, they just do really dope, you know, they're bays. Whether they be male or female, they are bays, you know. And it's very inspirational to everybody who listens to their music, you know what I mean? And, oh God, it's been, I'll give it another hour. It's this estrogen thing, so to remind me in 1 hour. Get rid of that. Yeah, so, and I can't believe I'm a part of that, you know what I mean? I mean, I may not be like a famous person, a famous singer or actor or anything like that, but like I'm going to Cambridge, and I am, like Selena Gomez says in her track, I'm rising. I'm rising out of terrible, terrible pain, terrible depression into like functioning properly, not just properly, but at a very high level, you know. That university is no walk in the park, you know what I mean? I've gone from, I've changed so freaking much, and that is my success story, and it's no less valid than anybody else, you know. I mean, and this is why I want to be a psychologist, because, you know, I'd get to like inspire people, and I would try. That they'd come to me to heal, you know, from whatever trauma or. You see, the thing is, there is a secret to life, you know, and they'd be coming to me for that. And depending on how open to it they are, you know, I would be able to provide them with the answers, you know. And that's why right now, where I'm at, is that I'm thinking that I'll do that. There's a part of me that just wants to help people, you know. Just wants to help people. It's not just a part of me, it's who I am at my authentic center, you know. I don't believe in taking in life. I believe in giving. And the beauty of it is that people who give get it all back twice as much, you know what I mean? I authentically, I've got to give something to people, you know, either it's psychological help or I've got to become some kind of engineer and create something that um, I find this really hard to say, but and I don't really want to. You know, there's different ways of like making the world a better place. You know, um, I'll give an example, and this is not the route I think I'll go down, which is computers. You know, to improve computers could make the world a better place. You know what I mean? It's just an example of like another way of giving. You know what I mean? Um, there's thousands of ways of giving in life, and it is the best life to be a giver, you know, as long as um, you're not being chained down, that's a funny way of saying it, you're not being tied to toxic people who are just taking, you see, because like in life, I have to help myself first before I can help anybody else. And if I'm with toxic people who are just draining me and just taking, and I can't get anywhere, I mean, like, if they took all my money, if they tried to get me on hard drugs, you know, etc., I'd never get to Cambridge. Do you know what I mean? I've got to look after myself first before I can help anyone else. And I don't really want to live if I can't live a life that is helping people. And in order to do that, I've got to help myself first. So, anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video, and that's about it. So, goodbye.